Well, happy Thursday. Um, I am Dean the Turkey Legster, and this is Once Upon a Turkey Leg. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. This is a more magical way to end your day, and this is the first time that I've been live in 3 weeks, actually. Last week there was a story, but it was a pre-recorded video that I did instead of going live. On the week before that, there wasn't anything, but I had to go live tonight because tonight is the night I am reading A Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. And I'm going to do that in a couple minutes, but I've got a couple of things to talk about before we get into that. For a few minutes while we let some people come in. Doesn't look like the peoples have started coming in. So I'm going to show a few things. First thing, I need to shout out Dawn from the Hitchhiking Bones, who had a birthday yesterday. And I was doing a little cleaning today, and I found this. So I'm showing this in honor of Dawn from the Hitchhiking Bones. Happy birthday, Dawn. Hope your day is or was filled with fun, but I know you're celebrating all week, so hope your week is full of fun. So that's for you, Dawn, right there. Happy birthday. God bless you. I hope your day was gobbletastic. And I went looking on YouTube at the Hitchhiking Bones channel. Quick little plug there. If you're watching this and you don't already follow the Hitchhiking Bones, follow them. The great channel. They are live every Tuesday evenings for Hitchhiker Chat. It's their weekly stream to talk about Disney and things. And that's at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. But a year ago today, actually, I got to meet Dawn. She does the channel with her son, Will, and Will's wife, Jillian, also helps with the channel. Dawn's husband, Mr. Bone, Jeff Bone, is kind of the moral support behind the scenes and the some of the financial funding of the Disney trips. But he goes to Disney also. But anyway, shout out there to Jeff. But I got to meet Dawn a year ago today, actually. It was November the 18th of 2020. I remember I met Dawn as well as Russ from What in the World with Russ, another great channel. Check him out if you don't already. So we met. I had a park day at Epcot, and I went to go meet Dawn and Russ. We rode the Skyliner. I got to check out the Skyliner that day and just hang out for a couple hours with Dawn and Russ. But the day before, it was Dawn's birthday. She did a live stream. I caught the tail end of that. There were some other live streams on that trip that Dawn made to Disney. But just remembering those times, those memories today and yesterday, because it'd been a year. And so anyway, another shout out I'd like to make is that another great individual in the community who does not actually have a channel herself, but she's a great friend and supporter of a lot of the channels, many channels in the community. Candy Mom 15, whose first name is Cynthia, but we'll just go by Candy Mom. She reached out to me and asked, do you have this cute little thing? And I said, no, I did not have it. And so Cynthia sent me out. This is the turkey leg wishable from Disney. Disney put out several series of these. This one came out. This was their snack series from, from a few years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, I'd say. And they've done several series since then. But I totally missed the turkey leg one. And actually, I don't think my love for turkey leg was quite what it is today at that point. So I don't know if I really maybe cared as much. But also, it was kind of financially and realistically, it was kind of out of the, I wasn't at a point where I was planning to really go down to Disney. And so it was kind of easy for me to not bother with going down to try to get that wishable. So, but thank you, Cynthia, thank you, Candy Mom, for sending me that turkey leg wishable, because now I have one and I couldn't be happier. But another little friend that I have, because next Thursday, a week from tonight, is Thanksgiving Day, or a week from today is Thanksgiving Day. And I've got a friend here. It's a little camera shy. You want to say hi? Okay. Here we are. Say hi. Say hello. This is Gobbles. This is Gobbles the turkey. All right. You say hi. Oh, what? Oh. No, I think they like you. I think they like you. Do you have any words of encouragement for the turkeys who did not make it this year and who will be gracing the tables of families across the nation? Oh, this is a family-friendly stream. You do not say that. Language. I'm not going to repeat what he said, but that was Gobbles. You can see why I do not bring him on the streams, because language. Anyway, so as I mentioned earlier, today's story is a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. And so, without further ado, if you're ready, let's listen to the story and get ready to wind down our day. It's a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving by Charles M. Schulz. Based on the animated special, the text was adapted by Daphne Pendergrass, illustrated by Scott Geralds. It's Thanksgiving, and Charlie Brown's friend Lucy can't wait to celebrate. Charlie Brown, I'll hold this football and you kick it, Lucy says. You can't fool me, says Charlie Brown. I'll come running up and you'll pull the football away like you always do. But one of the best traditions is the Thanksgiving football game, says Lucy, and the most important part is the kickoff. Charlie Brown thinks Lucy will let him kick the football if it's a holiday tradition. He runs toward the football, but she pulls it away again. Later, Charlie Brown is talking with his sister Sally and his friend Linus. Why should I give thanks on Thanksgiving? Sally asks. I haven't even finished my Halloween candy yet. Besides, all Thanksgiving does is make more work for us at school. Linus disagrees. Thanksgiving is a very important holiday, he explains. Ours was the first country in the world to make a national holiday to give thanks. Sally sighs and stares lovingly at Linus. Isn't he the cutest thing? Linus just rolls his eyes. What are you going to do on Thanksgiving, Charlie Brown? Sally and I are going over to our grandmother's house for dinner, Charlie Brown says. Hi, Jonathan. Welcome in. As soon as they get back home, Charlie Brown gets a call from Peppermint Patty. My dad says I could join you for Thanksgiving, she says. I don't mind inviting myself over, since I know you kind of like me, Chuck. Charlie Brown tries to explain that he's going to his grandmother's house for dinner, but Peppermint Patty keeps talking over him. By the way, I told Marcy and Franklin about the big turkey dinner you're having, so you can count on 3 for dinner. Just inviting herself over for dinner. Peppermint Patty has invited herself, Marcy, and Franklin over for Thanksgiving dinner, and I'm not even gonna be home, Charlie Brown groans to Linus. Linus has an idea. You can have 2 dinners. Cook the first one for your friends, and then go to your grandmother's house with your family for the second one. This Linus always got the smart ideas. But there's one flaw to Linus's plan. Charlie Brown doesn't know how to cook. All I can make is cold cereal and toast, Charlie Brown admits. Linus isn't discouraged. Maybe we could help, he says. Snoopy, go out to the garage and get a table for the backyard. Snoopy salutes Linus and gets to work. Snoopy and Woodstock find an old ping pong table and they bring it outside. Then Snoopy sets up chairs around the table. Lawn chairs, beach chairs, rocking chairs, enough for everyone. To top it off, they add a pretty tablecloth, set the table, and even fold the napkins for each place setting. Now that the table is ready, Snoopy, Woodstock, Charlie Brown, and Linus start to make Thanksgiving dinner. Linus and Charlie Brown set up toasters and put in slices of bread. Once the bread is toasted, Snoopy butters all the pieces and stacks them on a serving platter. While Linus and Charlie Brown get popcorn, jelly beans, and pretzels, Snoopy and Woodstock disappear for a minute, and then they return, dressed up like pilgrims. Charlie Brown isn't impressed. "How can you serve that food in that ridiculous outfit?" he scolds Snoopy. "The guests will be here soon." Snoopy sighs and reaches for his chef's hat. Soon, Peppermint Patty, Marcy, and Franklin arrive and follow Charlie Brown out to the big table in the backyard. It's time for dinner. Snoopy is about to serve the guests when Peppermint Patty cuts in. "Shouldn't we say grace first?" she asks. Linus stands up. "In the year 1621, the Pilgrims had their first Thanksgiving feast," he begins. "Elder William Brewster, who was a minister, said a prayer that went something like this: 'We thank God for our homes and food and our safety in a new land. We thank God for the opportunity to create a new world for freedom and justice.'" "Amen," Peppermint Patty says. "That's right, Jonathan. Oh, Patty." Snoopy lifts the lid off of a big platter and reveals the feast. Freshly popped popcorn, colorful jelly beans, salty pretzel sticks, and a stack of hot buttered toast. He loads up on each he loads up each guest plate and sends it sailing over to them. "Hi, Tina. Welcome in." Peppermint Patty frowns. "What kind of Thanksgiving dinner is this? Where's the turkey, cranberry sauce, and pumpkin pie, Chuck?" she asked Charlie Brown. "Don't you know anything about Thanksgiving dinners? What blockhead made all of this?" She throws down her popcorn in disgust. Snoopy pulls his chef's hat down over his face, and Charlie Brown gets up and walks away from the table. "You were kind of rough on Charlie Brown," Marcy says to Peppermint Patty. "Rough?" Peppermint Patty shouts. "We were supposed to be served a real Thanksgiving dinner." "But did he invite you here?" Marcy asks. "Or did you invite yourself and us, too?" Peppermint Patty thinks for a minute. She knows Marcy is right. "Marcy, maybe you could go to Chuck and patch things up for me." Marcy isn't so sure that's a good idea. "I think maybe you should go to Chuck and tell him yourself," she says. "I'll just ruin everything. You go and speak for me." Oh, yeah, speaking, yeah. Hi, Chuck. They're calling Charlie Brown Chuck in here, but hi, Tina's Chuck. Hope everything is well. Back in the house, Marcy finds Charlie Brown in the living room, looking upset. Peppermint Patty didn't mean all those things, she said. Marcy tells him. Actually, she really likes you. I'm just sorry I ruined everyone's Thanksgiving, he moans. But Marcy knows Charlie Brown is missing the point. Thanksgiving isn't just about eating, she says. We should be thankful for being together. That's what Thanksgiving is all about. Peppermint Patty sneaks up behind the two of them. Apologies accepted, she asks, offering to shake hands with Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown smiles and shakes her hand. You're holding my hand, Chuck, you sly dog. That's not in the book, but I'm adding it. Just then the clock chimes. Good grief, Charlie Brown cries. It's 4 o'clock. He and Sally are supposed to be at their grandmother's house in half an hour. Charlie Brown picks up the phone and dials his grandmother's number. Charlie Brown starts to tell his grandmother that they will be late for dinner because their friends haven't eaten yet. But after a minute, he breaks into a huge grin. Everyone, Charlie Brown, Sally, Franklin, Linus, Peppermint Patty, and Marcy, is invited to Thanksgiving dinner at his grandmother's house. And there's the full. Now that side of the picture. Peppermint Patty runs to the backyard. We're all invited to Charlie Brown's grandmother's for Thanksgiving dinner, she cries. Everyone cheers. After the gang piles into the car, they settle into their seats and wave goodbye to Snoopy and Woodstock. Isn't there an old song about going to a grandmother's house? Marcy asks. Peppermint Patty nods, and all of the kids start to sing. Over the river and through the woods to grandmother house we go. Hi, Dave. Welcome in. Back at Snoopy's doghouse, Snoopy and Woodstock put the finishing touches on their own Thanksgiving dinner with pumpkin pie for dessert. Thanksgiving is always special, especially when you celebrate it with friends. And that is the end of a Charlie Brown Christmas. The Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. Look at that. There's Woodstock as a turkey. There it is. A Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. And that's it for tonight's Once Upon a Turkey Leg. Thanks everyone for coming. Next week, Thursday, is Thanksgiving Day. I will be live since it's an evening. This is an evening stream. I'm gonna be going live, reading a story. I'm gonna start with Christmas. Christmas stories will start next Thursday night. And yeah, Tina, but I figure since it's an evening, Thursday in the evening is still, it's night. It's kind of the Thanksgiving Day stuff is kind of over. So I'm going to go ahead and start reading Christmas on Thanksgiving night. I have this book. I'll be reading some of the stories, as well as a Charlie Brown Christmas, one of the Thursdays in December. I'm looking at the second or third Thursday will be that Charlie Brown Christmas kind of in there, and then the rest will be the Disney Christmas. But I've also, yeah, Tina, not tonight, but also Once Upon a Turkey Leg is now a podcast. So over the weekend, I will be reading this on that podcast, on the Once Upon a Turkey Leg podcast. Also, I'll be putting this on the podcast, reading Kick the Football, Charlie Brown, probably a week or so. Probably maybe not. A couple of weeks, 1 to 2 weeks from this weekend, I will be doing. So Jonathan, I'm going to talk about that right now. I am doing a Christmas countdown this year. I'm not calling it Vlogmas. I'm calling it Christmas Countdown, but it's the series. I'm calling it Stories Behind Christmas. And it is going to be, I bought 2 different books. This is the book I'm reading this year. Stories Behind the Best Loved Songs of Christmas. So this is going to start, and I'm gearing up to daily video recordings, which will start actually a week from tomorrow. Although I'm going to be starting to pre-record some of these readings. And so I'm going to be reading through this book. There are no pictures, so it will literally be me doing this. But it's the stories behind the songs of Christmas, specifically like the carols and hymns of Christmas. For example, the first day is Angels from the Realms of Glory. There's Angels We Have Heard on High. Next, there's, Go Tell It on the Mountain. There's other songs here too, like I'll Be Home for Christmas, Jingle Bells. It just kind of tells the stories behind them. The more contemporary hit, Mary Did You Know, is in here. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Silver Bells. I am skipping one song that I'm not familiar with, and not just to skip over it because I don't know it. That would be nice to, do it. But because of the number of days that we have this year with, between the day after Thanksgiving and Christmas Day. So the name of the song, in case any of you guys know, it's a song called There's a Song in the Air. And I'm going to be looking it up and, getting familiar maybe with it, and maybe doing it maybe doing it after the actual countdown is kind of a maybe like a couple days after Christmas as kind of a surprise bonus, talking about this song. Hey, here's this song. I didn't know about it. So it'll be kind of a different kind of a thing, kind of after the official countdown. But anyway, working it that way, it'll be one song a day from the day after next Friday through Christmas Day. So yeah, so really excited. Um, I'm a little nervous. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep up with daily recordings. That's why I'm probably going to try to do them. I'm going to try to record 3 or 4 at a time. That way I'm only doing I'm not doing it every single day. So I'm going to try that the first couple weeks, and then if I need to, um, um, Little Christmas is on a Thursday. Little Christmas, I don't know what that means, Tina. Little Christmas is on a Thursday. So the 23rd of December is the last Thursday before Christmas. And that'll probably be the last. I will be doing a story. I will be continuing Once Upon, January 6th is Little Christmas. I don't know what Little Christmas is, but I know January 6th is Epiphany. Is that another word for Epiphany, Tina? It's also my nephew's birthday. But I know January 6th is Epiphany. But anyway, yeah. So probably that next week after Christmas, I won't be doing any live streams or anything, just to kind of, breathe. So tentatively, don't expect anything from me the week after Christmas, between New Year's, which is fine because, okay, some call Epiphany Little Christmas. I didn't know that. But yeah, Epiphany, yeah. Okay. So anyway, that's the plan for this one. Now the other book that I got that is by this same author, Ace Collins. He wrote a book called Stories Behind the Best the Best Loved Christmas Traditions. And so I will be doing now next year, if I'm still, doing YouTube and I haven't come up with any other ideas, I will probably be doing that book next year. But this year I'm very excited to do the songs. So that's what's coming up. Next Thursday, I start reading Christmas stories. Next Thursday night, next Friday, I start with the stories behind Christmas, Christmas countdown. Also, I posted on Instagram today, and I'm getting ready to finish the stream in a minute, guys. But I posted my Christmas logo. I am festivifying. I'm giving my logo a Christmas look. And that is going to be, I'll be updating everywhere where there's a logo, pretty much. Anywhere where there's a logo and a YouTube, on Instagram, anywhere where there's a logo of my logo, this is what you're gonna see in the little, in the little format. It's gonna look like this, but maybe a little better. So that is coming up. And yeah, thank you, Tina. I am very proud of myself. Um, I wasn't going to do one. Then I was like, well, I'll just take my regular logo and I'll just find some holly and ivy or a bow and a sticker and I'll just put it on there. But I decided, you know what? If I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it the whole way. You mean it's Christmas? It's Christmas. But anyway. All right, so before I go, Monday afternoon, I'll be doing a very special I'm Feeling Streamish. I'm going to talk about Thanksgiving, favorite Thanksgiving foods. I'm going to try to find a simplified maybe version of maybe like his historical look at Thanksgiving, like the Pilgrims and Indians. I'm going to see if I can find maybe a little something I can read on that. We'll see. But so Monday at 2, maybe 3, I will be doing that. So I'm Feeling Streamish on Monday. So with that, I am over on time, just a dab. But thank you everyone for coming in. Tina, Jonathan, Space Mountain Dave was here. Thank you everyone for coming. Happy Thanksgiving. If I don't catch you in a stream between now and then, I'll probably be hiking next week, and so there'll probably be a hiking video from somewhere next week. Probably not a live stream, but a video. But so have a great happy Thursday night. Have a great weekend. And I'll see you next time. So take care.